This is a silly story time about shoplifting and triple C's. So when I was 14, I lived in Minnesota. I went to this chronic pain program because I have chronic pain in my head and my neck and my back. So I didn't really go to school, so I had to go to this program. While I was there, I met this boy. He became my online boyfriend. So he was doing triple C's. I didn't know what that was. He was like, oh, just go to Walgreens and like steal the purple box. And I'm like, bet. I'd never stolen before, but I've always like just had that in me that's like, oh, tell me to do it, like I'll get it done. So I got it done. I started doing them. I didn't stop. I did them every day. And I made a friend who also started doing them, and we figured out that we both like to steal. Because once I started stealing the triple C's, I was like, let's expand. Like, let's take this to, let's say them all. So this friend and I, she's one of my dearest friends to this day. We were very young and we would steal together, and we both were in this program, but we were both from Chicago. So we moved home and we started going on adventures. Like, we would just take the train wherever the fuck and just steal and drink and do triple C's and smoke and whatever. We had so much fun, and I was 14, okay? So I looked like a baby and I looked like a 14-year-old. So everywhere I stole, I wasn't really being suspected. This one day, we go to Water Tower Mall. I remember so distinctly, this day took 20-something triple C's in one sitting. That's different because normally you can take that many throughout a series of hours, but like in one sitting, like it's gonna hit you like a truck. And it did. And I remember stealing from like Forever 21 and then Sephora. And at Sephora, I look up at the ceiling and I see that the camera is moving while my friend is walking, and I'm like, they got us. And I tell her, I'm like, yo, like, put it back, put it back. She's like, no, you're high. Like, she thought I was having a schizophrenic break, and I was like, no, bro. And I remember so distinctly, we scurry out the door and I'm walking ahead of her, and I get onto the escalator and I turn around and she's being detained. I'm like, oh. So basically, I have to come up with a game plan so that I also don't get arrested, but I have to bail her out. But I'm 14. So I take my backpack full of loot and I find this elevator and I dump all my shit in the elevator, and I'm like, I hope this will do. And then I sit on my phone, I start calling people. I'm like, who can fucking give me a ride? Oh, we're 14, you can't drive. You know, like whatever. So then I'm like, I have to bail her out, bro. I go to the food court and there's like a gaggle of SWAT officers like in their full getup. And I'm like, so my friend just got arrested and like I really need to bail her out. Like, please. And they're like, you're a minor, like you can't do that, so you should just go home. And I was like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to like call my dad. But I called my dad. He actually wasn't even mad, because hey, I didn't go down for it. He wasn't that mad. He just picked me up. I missed my train and everything. My friend was banned from Sephora for life, and I'm banned from Water Tower Mall. But that was honestly a super legendary day in terms of like my teenage development. Like, I did drugs so early that is like what's formative to me, sadly. But that was just crazy, honestly. I remember those feelings, and I was blacked out, guys. Like, and that doesn't happen very often, but when I was younger, like, I didn't have any gauge, so I literally blacked out. And then once this all happened, I kind of like sobered up enough to like navigate. But it was crazy. I was sobbing, crying in Water Tower Mall, looking like a whole freak. I had this like checkered bucket hat on, and like it was just, I think it was 2018. Like it was 2018. Like, yeah. So after this, I swore I wouldn't steal anymore, but I did. I would steal my triple C's still, and I did that for a long time, for a long time. I don't know why I couldn't shake that one. Like, my pattern of addiction has always been like one thing to the next thing, like whatever serves me in the moment. But Triple C's was one that I didn't shake until I was like 19. And it's so dirty, like bottom of the barrel, but I liked that more than expensive, like designer. I liked my Triple C's. And that's something to explore, maybe. Now I have the self-care to not fucking touch that shit. It makes you sick and crazy. And somehow I was a fucking tank, and I was always able to like go to school, and like people knew I was high, definitely, and like I thought it was funny to like tell everyone because I was like, yeah. Honestly, that shit was not cool, and it was like really nasty, frankly. So yeah, I'm and dextromethorphan is interesting because it's like I believe it's like a analog of morphine or something. Like it's like a second class synthetic opiate plus a hallucinogen. So it feels like ketamine plus heroin, basically, to me, from my experience, which was probably why I liked it. But the fact that it's over the counter and mixed with acetaminophen makes it very disgusting, and you have to take a lot of it, and you're probably gonna throw up and shit your pants, and you're not gonna be able to walk. So don't ever do Triple C's. Okay.